Hey y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well. Got a story I'm bringing to y'all. This is a very important story. We need to monitor this because this could play a role in the um, civil unrest, the collapse of the government, and it could be a sign to our enemies that our government isn't really functioning well. So it's really not a good time for us. And when I say us, I'm talking about true Israel because we're collateral damage. Um, if anything should happen, because we are in captivity, we are still here, we have no protections, we are at the behest of our captors, and they showing all the way out. So um, this story about Lloyd Austin, the DOD head, being in the hospital and it's secretive, nobody's knowing what's happening, is huge. With all these wars going on, he's supposed to be in charge of all the branches of the military, um, stateside, security, our troops abroad, so on and so forth. So it's a huge story. I'm sure it wasn't supposed to get out, but you know, I feel a way about all these black people in these different positions. They're just being torn down. They set themselves up to be used by the adversary, and so now they've done their jobs and they're going to be torn down. It's just a no brainer for anybody who knows anything about white supremacy. So I want to talk about this particular story so that we can keep an eye on it and you can see what's happening. They're calling for his resignation in the middle of all these different wars and conflicts going on all over the world that we're involved in. So it's crazy that this is happening now. It's an election year. So y'all, it's really going to be very chaotic, very extremely chaotic this year. Um, I've been preparing for this since 2016. So I feel calm. Like I don't have any angst or anxiety and nothing. To me, it's just news. And it's just a precursor to what I expect to happen because they've been basically telegraphing this to us for some time. So I just want to share it with you so that you can be aware. You will not be caught off guard. You can stay awake. You can keep watch and make sure that you're prepared for whatever is coming because I believe some things are going to happen that are going to be catastrophic for a lot of people who are not awakened and aware. So I just want my people, my viewers to be aware. So it says the Pentagon adds new details about Austin's secretive hospital stay and the delay in telling Papa. This story came out on January the 7th, 2024. It says the Pentagon released new details Sunday about Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin's continued hospitalization. He's in the hospital right now, saying he had a medical procedure on December 22nd, went home a day later, and was admitted to the intensive care unit January 1st when he began experiencing severe pain. The latest information came as members of both parties in Congress expressed sharp concerns about the secrecy of Austin's hospital stay and the fact that the president and other senior leaders were kept in the dark about it for days. I don't bit more believe that they were kept in the dark. I believe that's just what they're saying. But it is highly possible that Papa knew and didn't tell it because Papa's ass, they're tearing into him. They trying to impeach him. He getting caught up with all these things about his son, showing where he got money, like uh, you know, self dealing during President 44's administration. It's just a lot of stuff going on, and people are working hard to keep secrets to cover their own butts and at our expense. So this is how you have to look at this. Like you can't trust nobody. Everybody's dirty. So it says the statement released by Air Force Major General Pat Ryder did not provide any details about the medical procedure or what actually happened on Monday to require Austin to be in intensive care at the Walter Reed Army Medical Center. How is it that the president didn't know he was at Walter Reed? You have to know. So it says Ryan said Austin was placed in the hospital's intensive care unit due to his medical needs, but then remained in that location in part due to the hospital space considerations and privacy. I don't bit more believe that. Believe that black man is under a whole lot of pressure. Maybe somebody trying to delete him. You don't know. But I'm going to just say, black people, y'all better stop allowing yourselves to be used by these Gentile nations and these people, these workers of iniquity, these adversary plants. It's never going to work out for us. Never. We ain't never going to benefit from what you do for them. So you might as well come out of this system. Come out of her, my people. It is time to come out of this system. We ought to be tired of seeing all these tools being broken, and you're going to pay a price for helping the adversary. It's not comfortable, you know experiencing what we experience, being awakened and making a sacrifice to have these strong convictions and to try to be obedient to our creator. But I mean, the alternative is worse to me. I mean, you about to leave here trying to carry the burdens for the Gentile nations, do their dirt. So I just don't even know what to say at this point. Um, you cannot do the bidding of evil and expect to reap good later. It just ain't gonna work. These people have blood on their hands, and the Creator is judging everybody. All the nations are being judged, individuals are being judged, and we're going to see a lot of people who look like us, unfortunately, go down because they have decided to do the work for the adversary in these Gentile nations who are under judgment. So that's one, spiritual aspect. But this physical aspect is our enemies looking at us like, what is going on in America? Like, they just are not prepared. What's going on? The head is in the hospital. Nobody knows what's going on. We're out here in these streets looking crazy. So if I was somebody who was thinking, I'm finna sneak them, I'm finna stole me one, this is the time. So we need to be on guard. We need to be prepared for everything and anything. There are a lot of things going on, and I keep recalling when Papa said it's going to be a dark winter. I feel like this is the year the winter is going to be dark, and literally dark. So a lot of things again are happening all over the world. And this is another story that I want to share with you before I end this video. My nephew is in the Air Force, and he came home for a holiday to spend time with his family. So I went to see him yesterday because he's leaving to go back to his duty station. And we were talking, and I was not necessarily asking any questions, but I was just asking, was he concerned about having to be deployed anywhere? He was like, I hope not. He said, I have some friends who are in Europe at some U.S. military bases. And he said, our bases are being bombed. He's like, the young guy, and my nephew is probably like 24. And he said somebody that was with him, I don't know if it's somebody who was with him um, at one of his duty stations. I don't know if it was this one or another one, who's also very young, is stationed at one of these military bases that's being bombed. And he was saying that this young man was afraid. He's just like, I'm ready to come back home. I don't like being away from home. We're being bombed constantly. We're over here, and there's all kinds of stuff going on apparently that we are not aware of. And he just said, I don't want any of that. He said, because we ain't safe any place outside of the US. And I was thinking to myself, we really ain't safe here neither, but you know, at least it's better. Like, I don't know, it's just something about being in trouble and being at home versus being in the trouble and being outside. It's like if you get a flat tire in your yard, you okay because you just go in the house. You can call AAA or you can fix it, or if you're a woman and you waiting on your spouse to come change the tire, or whatever the remedy is. If you're home, you can do something about it and you feel comfortable because you can go back in your house in the comfort of your own home. But if you are driving on the highway and you are 2 3 states away and you have a flat tire and you're alone or whatever, like, you just don't feel safe. And so that's kind of the analogy that I got when he was describing how this young man felt, who was over there constantly um, being bombed on a military base that's being bombed in Europe. And, I just want us to keep in mind that a lot of our young people signed up to go into the military, but they went because they were trying to get away from home, they were trying to better their lives. They did not go in thinking or believing that a war would be started and that they would have to be put in these types of situations. So keep our young people in your thoughts and prayers, um, because it just broke my heart thinking about, my young nephew may have to go off someplace to serve the interest of this beast system and be put in harm's way, which is so unfortunate. But, you know, you sign on the dotted line, you have to do what you have to do. I just can't I could not get that image out of my head last night. And then I was thinking about this story here, and you know, our people, we just in danger. That's the best way I can say it. At every turn, we're in danger, and so we need to keep that in mind as we move during this season of chaos and destruction and falling. It's the fall of an empire. It's the fall of a rule, and a new rule has to come online, and that's what we are witnessing. So, a lot of people are going to be collateral damage. A lot of people are going to have to reap what they've sown, and we're going to, those of us who are awakened, we're going to witness that. So, this particular story is very disturbing because it has a lot of ramifications for us as civilians, as true Israel, as people who are living in a failed state. It's going to impact us. It's a political year, for national politics. So all these things are being revealed at a time when we already have so much chaos in a whole lot of other areas. So pay attention to this story because it's really important. And I also read that Papa said even if he resigned, he's not accepting his resignation, which I I don't know what to say about this. This is, if he won't accept the resignation, to me it suggests that he knew this man was ill, and that means Papa is taking the L. But it's something else going on. It's some dirt, it's something happening, and everybody got to cover everybody's booty. And so like I said, pay attention to this story, pay attention to the actions of certain folks, and Understand we may never really know the truth of why things are happening the way that they are, but a lot of things are being revealed in this season, and we need to take note of it. The covers are being pulled off a lot of stuff, and a lot of things are happening, and we don't know why. Ask the Most High, the Creator, for discernment, and make sure that you are just keeping watch. We got to watch everything. This is no time to go to sleep. This is no time to take life for granted. This is no time to be unprepared. So keep prepping, keep praying, keep seeking the Most High daily. Keep repenting for your sins of commission and sins of omission. Obey those laws, statutes, and commandments, and then learn how to keep the Sabbath. Come out of this system. Divorce yourself from this I'm American mindset. You are a person in captivity if you're a true Israel, or Gentile who cleave unto us. You are in captivity. You are living in Egypt / Babylon / Rome. You already know the ending of all of those civilizations, and you are witnessing and living through the end of this one. So just try to prepare yourself as much as you can, because I anticipate things are really going to get rough for us this year. I don't know what, I don't know when, and I don't know how, but I just feel it in my bones. This is not going to be a good year for us. All right, y'all. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification so that you'll be notified each and every time I upload new content. If you are subscribed to this channel, please make sure that you are still subscribed, because the algorithms are doing all kinds of things to take away our followers and to keep me from getting at least to 500. Follow me on Odyssey and Rumble. Links are in the description. Also on Instagram and Facebook. The links are in the description. In the event that this channel goes down or is taken away, my content will be uploaded to those other channels, and I will continue to upload content on Rumble and Odyssey. And I also talk about things that I'm not allowed to talk about on this platform, on those other platforms. Lastly, if you'd like to support the channel financially, links are in the description. I like coffee, and if you'd like to leave a Venmo donation, the Venmo link is also in the description. Your contributions are greatly appreciated. This is a labor of love. I do not have any sponsors, and I do not get paid to do this. This is just something that I do because I can see. And it's my job as a seer to tell you what I see and warn you so that you will not be destroyed. All right, y'all. This is Marley K. Love y'all, and I'm out.